the Bitcoin whales are increasing their short positions. In this video I will be revealing to you some exclusive insights. We will have a look what's going on behind the scenes, and again with the highest probability I will let you know where Bitcoin is going next, so make sure you're watching. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon from MyCryptoParadise, and let's have a quick look of what happened since I have recorded for you the last video, which was 6 days ago. I told you with a higher probability we will continue to move down. That's exactly what happened. As you can see, we are now below this support zone of Fibonacci retracement. I told you with a higher probability we will need to retest this ascending trend line of this symmetrical triangle, and we are right now in the process of doing that. Right now this support is being retested and shifted into a resistance, so I can turn this into a red color, because as you can see we have been trying to fight it a little bit. We have been trying to establish demand, but there just wasn't enough volume for that, so we have been trying to retest it, this level, switch it into a demand zone. However, as you can see, then the real volume came in, which was on a selling volume, as you can see right here, and we started to break below. Right now we are having a bearish retest. We are also below this white line, which is a 20 moving average. This is basically helping us to understand that until we can reclaim this moving average, the momentum is bearish, and if you are a smart long-term profitable trader, you should avoid long positions until you see some kind of strong buying pressure retest of this moving average. Then the probabilities will shift towards a bullish reversal, but that did not happen yet. As you can see right here, we had a fake out. However, if you are a smart trader, you can actually see that this candle was on a very low volume, right? So this candle, as you can see, was actually below the average. This is the blue trend line which I have put in my volume indicator right here, and as you can see, the breakout of this moving average happened on a volume which is lower than average. What that meant? Well, definitely not some big guys are buying, right? So this was very clever fake out pushed by a leverage, and then as you can see the real players came back to the game, and on a high volume pressure we have pushed back down, and that basically told me, okay, this is not going to hold, we are going down, and that's exactly what happened. So this is just from the lower time frame price action spectrum what been happening. From a medium time frame spectrum we are still prompt to go lower. You know that I have been warning you since we have been right here, since we did this fake out right here. I told you we are going down, and this is exactly 8% movement so far, and in my opinion we will need to push a little bit lower, and I will very soon go to the details why the probabilities are really favoring a lower prices for Bitcoin in the near future. So the first indicator from a technical analysis spectrum is just this, right? We have broken with a high volume, then we tried to push a little bit to the upside. As you can see, very low volume on this, so this is going to be working as a strong supply zone, strong resistance. Right now we are retesting it. However, taking shorts right here is not a very clever idea. If you have not opened short right here at the main resistance, opening a fresh short right here is dangerous play to do, because we are creating a bullish exaggerated divergence, as you know from our blog posts on our website MyCryptoParadise.com, where you hopefully learning a lot about technical analysis. When the indicator is making equal low but the price is making lower low, that means the bearish momentum is decreasing, right? It doesn't mean it will stop right here and we will see a reversal. It's possible, but very low probability play, which you shouldn't be playing as a long-term profitable professional trader. It just tells you that the momentum is decreasing, so opening a fresh short, even though we are retesting a resistance, and normally this would be a beautiful scalp short position, for example, because you can just place a stop loss right above the resistance, above the wickouts right here to be safe from the volatility, and then targets to the next major support zone right here. So it would be even a great risk to reward play. However, because of the bullish exaggerated divergence, the probabilities are decreasing, and as a consistently profitable trader, you only take in the highest probability trades. That is why right now, if you are not already positioned from the higher prices, if you don't have position on a short side yet, right now it's not a clever idea to open a fresh right here. What is clever idea is actually to wait and wait for the retest of this ascending trend line, which is also being supported by this Fibonacci retracement zone, also previous price action. As you can see, if I put a box right here, you can just see how beautifully it worked in the past, right? So this worked as a demand zone of this symmetrical triangle. So what we're gonna do with Paradise Family VIPs is actually to wait until we revisit this area, and then we will wait for some lower time frame confirmations, so some double bottom pattern. We will be waiting for a strength, so we will wait until we can reclaim this moving average line and other indicators that will once again position us into an excellent trading opportunity. And then as the bullish trend resumes again, we'll start to expose our portfolio more and more aggressively as a pyramiding trading strategy. So this is the plan, guys. It doesn't change from the previous video. We still believe we need to retest right here this level, then we will zigzag for a little while, but then the bullish continuation is going to be huge, and I will tell you why. If we switch to the weekly time frame, as you know from here, I have been telling you guys, we are going down one more time. I can show you the video. It was like a month ago or a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago it was, when we were trading at $71,000. Most of the people told us, guys, we are going to the moon, we are going to the moon, and we told you again, calm down guys, this is a top. This bullish price action was created by retail. Nobody big was buying, no big whales been buying. On the other side, whales been shorting right here, taking profits. We told you we need to revisit this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, also because of the exaggerated bearish divergence, and then we have been looking at some behind the scenes data that just added to the probability, and we will be looking at this as well. But right now let me show you the weekly chart. We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost there. This zone around $62,000 to $58,000, this is absolutely strong, powerful demand zone. This is also based on the Elliott wave theory, is our D wave, and then we will continue in the impulsive E wave that will take us towards $93,000. I know everybody is waiting for it. If you are watching these videos for a long time or you are in our free Telegram channels, I have been telling you about this since the beginning of March, right? Since we stopped this C wave and started the D wave, I told you guys, the next cycle, this is going to be the most volatile, most impulsive movement from the whole cycle, and then we will have a little ABC correction and then we continue higher, right? But I'm not gonna talk about this in this video. I just want to remind you what I have been talking about for months. This is not end of the higher time frame bull cycle. This is just A, B, C, D wave, alright? Then we will continue in the final E wave. Classic Elliott wave theory. This is just a zigzag consolidation to confuse some inexperienced traders. We are still in a D wave. So that's for the weekly time frame. This zone is going to be our main buying area. Obviously, we are smart traders, so we will have some invalidation levels, but the probability of this breaking down is very, very low. However, you can be sure many people, once we revisit this area right here and we will be consolidating here for a while, will be calling, guys, we are going to $30,000 again, yeah? And this is going to be the liquidity that we will need, right? So we need these crypto Twitter influencers who are just manipulating the retail, because the retail starts to sell, and that's the liquidity on which the whales will be able to push the prices to the upside and start the E-wave, right? Let's have a look what's going on behind the scenes. I will put here a chart from Coinbase. So this is basically the limit orders from Coinbase. As you can see, the line of least resistance is still to the downside. As you can see, there is loads of sell limit orders, and these are Wolf absolute millions, as you can see, like extremely strong sell limit orders. So what we need to do from the price action point of view, we need to make sure that these sell limit orders actually disappear and they will instead start selling at market price. That will be visible on our CVD indicator right here. We need to have a strong sell pressure, 24 points right here. I would love to see that. Right now you can see we still have some buying. This is not good. We must make sure that most of the people are panic selling, alright? So these sell limit orders needs to disappear. They need to instead start market selling the price action of Bitcoin. And then I want to see some big guys starting to bidding on very high stakes. They will be getting positioned on that selling liquidity, and that's going to add up to the probabilities that yeah, this is the time for a reversal. And then with Paradise ML VIPs we will be starting to trade extremely aggressively again. So this is Coinbase. Let's have a look what's going on in Binance futures market. Right now you can see this is the open interest chart. So you can see on this downward price action loads of sell contracts being opened, and this is also worth millions. So some smart players are behind this. So with a higher probability this increases my bias that we need to go lower. Alright, here at around $61,000 we can see huge bids being prepared already. So 61 seems to be an interesting level, but we want to make sure that there is going to be multiple these bid limit orders of some big guys, and that's exactly what we are monitoring with the Paradise team. Let's have a look at the sentiment. Much better. We have been having a reversal previously on May from this area right here. So the sentiment is getting to the levels I really like to accumulate Bitcoin again. However, as you understand from the analysis I shared with you before, I still think we will have a little bit better prices, but definitely not a short area with this kind of sentiment, right? You can be watching that on our website MyCryptoParadise.com, sentiment for free. Let's have a look at the funding rates. As you can see, the funding rates are getting quite negative, but still we need to liquidate some people. Doge, the coin of a retail, right? Look at this, they are still very positive. They are still longing this coin, so we need to have some flash down just to get rid of this long positions. Otherwise it's starting to look much better, but I want to see all this in huge negative numbers before I start to long the crypto market aggressively again. The liquidation levels, as you can see, confirms the funding rates. There are still some long positions open with high leverage, so this is a retail positioning. We need to liquidate this before we can start moving higher. So yeah, so this is all just aligns to the probabilities that we need to retest this level, this ascending trend line of this symmetrical triangle. Preferably we will retest this Fibonacci retracement zone, and upon confirmations with Paradise ML VIPs we will start positioning ourselves aggressively again. And not only on Bitcoin, but I want to share with you the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. We will be starting to look at some absolute gems in the altcoin market, because we have just broke above this descending triangle. We got that retest, as you can see right here. So we have broken to the upside, now retested, and this seems to be looking very good because we are holding above the VPVR volume, as you can see right here. And from the historic outlook you can see that every time during the new year, once we start breaking above this descending trend line and had previous years a huge bear trend price action, it always ends up in a huge bullish surge. As you can see, it happened in the past, and I believe this will happen again in the future. So our strategy will be very highly interested in having a great exposure in altcoins. Next resistances are going to be around these levels, which is 69% for Ethereum Bitcoin chart, and for some strong altcoins which you are looking at, this can mean even 700% profits. So the times are going to be bright in the future. We just need to make sure that we are playing it right now patiently. Don't get shaken out. Don't trade much, not to lose money in this volatile price action. Play it safe and then enjoy the bright future. This was Simon from MyCryptoParadise. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.